MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one, as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Ryan Stanek will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, why not get on a hot streak, Matty? They played really well yesterday. Continue that trend. Stay on the attack. See if you can get on a hot streak. Maybe rattle off 8 to 10.
Calling for it, Shaw. Makes the play, 1 away. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's hitting over .350 versus right-handed pitching on the season. And today, he has another right-hander on the mound. I don't know what it is or how he picks up the ball so well, but he is sure putting up great numbers against them.
Digging in, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at-bat.
King Bishop.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Set to deliver the 0-1. And that misses 1-1. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
The 3-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Now the 3-2 pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Cubs are down in order. They lead it 1-0. So stepping in, King Bishop. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Nick Williams. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now a move over to first. In the dirt, and he can't quite dig it out. Bishop gets his lead at first, nobody out. And another throw over. Runner back safely. Oh, and they've got him picked off. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. The 1-2. A bouncer to the left side. Played on the backhand. One there. On to first, and they get them both.
Boy, and that's a great.
Now batting, third baseman, Eddie
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. On the run is Williams. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Miami down in order. They're down 1-0. Digging in now, King Bishop. He singled his last time up.
King Bishop.
First offering on its way. A high fastball is in there.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And now a pitch on the way. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Fouled away. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Rodriguez going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Solo shot to right center. Unbelievably, his 80th of the season, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead. One more time. He gets a pitch to handle. You've heard that before, and you can add one more home run onto this already impressive number. And that'll bring up Joey Wendell. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far.
Joey Wendell.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Bishop is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure's off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
4-0 the score tonight. The Chicago Cubs win for a division-leading 98th time. Blake Snell earns his 12th victory in the ball game, striking out 12 in the process. Ryan Stanek is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show, and for more, click over to theshownation.com.
4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base.
And we'll welcome you into our ball game as we find ourselves with the bases empty and nobody out in the inning. Digging in, the switch hitter, King Bishop, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First delivery to him on the way. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
Now the 2-0 is a fastball down below the knees.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
For the Cubs,
Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Caden Rosado. He singled his last time up. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. High and deep to right. Patterson racing back. Gone! A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 17 for him on the season. And this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake. Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
9-3 the final tally here in this one. First opened back in 2012. We're live inside the cavernous Marlins Park in Miami. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Delman Pendergast, a right-hander from the state of Maryland, is on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Eddie Aparicio, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hit hard up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down.
Striding in once again, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Bishop comes in at 6'3" tall and bats from both sides of the plate. He was a 24th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2018.
What an absolute steal.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And it's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. So his remarkable season continues, and the Cubs are back to even now at 1 run apiece. So we'll take one more look, and boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year. Digging in and looking for more, King Bishop, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, two different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all four quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like two different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it more skill and finesse.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Up next will be Nick Williams.
Number 5, Nick Williams.
This is line to left. Shaw has him played perfectly as he puts it away for round number 1. On to first, a double play. Ready for another shot now. Alexi Rivera. He singled his last time up.
Alexi Rivera.
Now the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bishop moves over. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ready once again, Pedro Herrera. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Bishop moves over. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Ready for another chance. King Bishop. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
King Bishop.
First offering on its way. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and it gives the Cubs a 4-2 lead. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the 2 teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Leading off for the Marlins, left fielder.
High in the air out to center field. Bishop moves over, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Chris Perez.
Chris Perez.
Lifted the other way to left center. Bishop giving chase. He can't get there as it falls in.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle. He's been struggling. The season hasn't gone according to plan.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eric Shaw. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Hit in the air to right field. After it is Williams. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Still down by a count of 4-2.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
4-2 the final score today. The Cubbies. We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the opener of this three-game set between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball on the show next. Garrett Cordero gets the call for game one of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last three starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
So in now for Chicago, King Bishop watches fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all three categories. First pitch on its way. And that misses for ball one. So, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a four-game winning streak.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, D-Roy, you got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the playoff picture, but, boy, they're playing out the string, and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a four-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, D-Roy, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Payoff pitch one more time. Popped high in the air. Moran is calling for it. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still no score. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, King Bishop, and he could get his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Up next will be Nick Williams. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
The 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. 1 run scored. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Hey, this one's a long way from being over, D-Roll, but that big base hit right there gives him a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Dan, without question right there. Huge at bat. Gives his team the lead. Hopefully the pitcher's able to settle down now. He's got some runs on his back, and he's able to go out and execute.
Ready on 0-2. Now both runners on the move. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw and slap the tag on him to end the inning. Ready now for the Diamondbacks, Josh Almonte. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Digging in to try it again. King Bishop, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
And he takes ball one. Russell, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball two.
One ball has already left the yard, and the big boys haven't even come up again. Get the fireworks ready.
2-0 pitch on the way. The count now at 2-1. Two 2-1 pitch is a fastball off the plate away, and it's 3-1 now. Nick Williams will be next. The 3-1, and there he goes towards second. The 3-2 pitch. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball four.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Now the Cubs' four-hole hitter, Nick Williams, and he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier. Here it comes on 0-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Barreto moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out. And this throw gets away from him, but luckily it doesn't get far enough away to allow the runners to advance. Digging in once again, Caden Rosado, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch
stand up, right
ground
here.
ball left side. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Josh Bell the next to hit. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 2-2. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And it is troubled. It finds the gap for extra bases. And he'll get there as the Diamondbacks get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Man, that's got the sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double.
Stepping in, Fernando Barreto, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Fontana ranging into shallow right, and that's the second out of the inning.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
The next Cub up, King Bishop. A couple of walks for him thus far.
Center fielder, King Bishop.
First delivery to him on the way. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
And that's swung on and missed, so good work on the mound will take care of the National League's leading hitter, and there's one away. Josh Bell the next to hit. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit.
Relay, hit me, relay.
Hey, no runner, no runner.
And he'll pull into second with one away.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's...
Stepping up now, King. Bishop. He's got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
0-1 the count. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Fouled off. The 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. The 2-2. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. So they let him off the hook here. Now at the plate, Alex Bregman. He got called out on strikes his last time through. High in the air out to center field. Bishop is there. Makes the play, 1 away. At the plate, Zach Granite. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Williams is under it. And that ends the inning. Diamondbacks down. So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our tops player of the game.
It wasn't a huge offensive day for him. He only had 1 hit, but he definitely made it count. Put one out of here that ended up being a really important swing of the bat in this one.
5 runs.
Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball next. Lucas Giolito gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, it's not easy to bunch anything together against this guy. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of under 1.10. So we may see some hit and run. We may see some bunting. And we may see some running, because if you want to lay around and try to get hits off this guy, that's not the right thing to do. One of the top pitchers in the game right now.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they pick up a run on the solo home run, as that'll give them the lead. So striding forward now, King. Bishop watches fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep into the bleachers and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. So his remarkable season continues, and the Cubs are back to even now at 1 run apiece. So we'll take one more look. And boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year. Digging in for his second at-bat, Zach Granite will start things out against Lucas Giolito as we get the inning underway. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So a leadoff single will be the start to their half of the third. Up next for Arizona, Josh Almonte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And that'll score the run from second as they jump in front now 2-1.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just...
So digging in now, Fernando Barreto, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 2-2. Hit back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now 3-1.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. King Bishop. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Two pitch is fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Cubs are down in order. They still trail it here 3-1. Zach Granite the next to bat. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Williams. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Ready now, King Bishop. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. From the stretch. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fouled away. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss, so the NL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts.
Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, Zach Granite. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Bishop is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. King. Bishop will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Melville, 37 years old. He was a fourth-round selection during the 2008 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
3-0 to him now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And gone into the right field bleachers. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game, and it's now 6-4. Coming to the plate now, King. Bishop. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game.
To show you how strong this guy is, he hit that last off-speed pitch over 400 feet, so the pitcher wasn't supplying most of the power there. This is a really strong hitter.
Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone. So a 3-run shot to right center field. His 3rd home run of the ball game, as this is now a 5-run cushion.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in one outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget. Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Cubs, with their 101st win of the year, tops in the division. Lucas Giolito picks up his team-leading 13th win. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
14 hits, no errors. They left 14 men on base.
Now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. 2 of the league's. Blake Snell is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Blake Snell, big power arm. He has yet to put it all together, but I really like this guy. Good fastball with late life, as they say in the pitching business. Good overhand curveball. His changeup's getting better all the time. If he brings his A game, he could shut any team down.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, man, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
From the belt, the pitch. Nope. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. No one out with a runner at second. Ball 3. 3-2 now. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside.
Now at the plate, King Bishop. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The 0-1. Missed with a slider. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a real treat today. Guys, what can we expect from the matchup?
Well, Matty, these are two guys that aren't hard throwers. They're more touchy-feely guys. Hard, soft, up, down, in and out, D-Row. And these are the kind of guys that can really frustrate you when you're in that batter's box.
100%, Dan. When you got a flamethrower on the mound, he's going to live and die with his good stuff. But when you got a finesse guy out there, you step out of the box and a lot of different thoughts start entering your mind. What should I sit on? This is going to be an interesting matchup.
Full count now, 3-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. Fouled off. Fly ball out to straightaway center. Granite waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Into the box now, Juan Arias. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
I can't tell you guys how fired up Bobby Cox used to get when the 8-hole hitter would get a knock. And I would know.
Leading off the inning, Paul Sosa, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Bishop is right there, one down. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that these guys are, as we speak, 4th in the NL in that category. So stepping in, Zach Granite. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance. No runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder into the bleachers and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 11 for him on the season. As the Diamondbacks are on the board, it's now a 2-1 ball game.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way.
Now to the plate, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at bat.
King Bishop.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
Now the 1-0.
Dig, 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 dig.
Rector takes it in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Cyrus Grady, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Grady.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bishop on the move. 1 out. Now at the plate, King. Bishop will swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, I get where he's going right there. Sinker, and then pull the string back a little bit with that nasty changeup. But if those fall in the same quadrant, look for someone to get on top of one and crush it.
And a pitch takes off inside and gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. And that one got a piece of him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but I do know when a guy at the plate is a stud like that and first base is open, there's absolutely zero reason to put the ball in the strike zone. I think he was trying to work around him, and it just got away.
Up next will be Nick Williams.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Williams.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Come on, go, 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 go.
Drives it to deep right field. Gone.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of life.
So striding in, King. Bishop. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. 2 out, bases loaded. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He's going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch just missed.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Challenge pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. In the air to straightaway right. Sosa has a play. And the inning is over.
Yeah, this game was decided in the 8th. That was a huge offensive fireworks coming in the 8th inning. And when the other guys put up a big inning like that against you late in the game,